Leute, willkommen zu einer Folge von Genshin Impact. Letzte Folge hatten wir die Dia-Quest abgeschlossen und Alter, check die aus, die ist verdammt geil. Also meiner Meinung nach auf jeden Fall. Aber ja, heute haben wir was anderes vor, wie man vielleicht mitbekommen hat. Nämlich haben wir vor, hier die Faruzan Hangout Quest zu machen. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns da erwartet. Ich würde mal sagen, wir starten das Ereignis. Einladungsereignis Faruzan, schwer zu heilende Narben. Bin sehr gespannt, was uns erwartet, und müssen direkt zu Partys DIA gehen, okay. Ein Hangout hatten wir jetzt schon lange nicht mehr. Ich glaube, der letzte Hangout, den wir hatten, was war das? Oh, das ist jetzt eine gute Frage. Was war das letzte Hangout-Event? Warte, bevor wir jetzt hier die Quest starten. Legendenauftrag. Ich glaube, es war hier Hazel und Cookie, ne? Müsste sein. Irgendjemand von denen hier. Ich glaube, es war Cookie oder Hazel. Ich glaube, Hazel war das letzte, was wir gemacht haben. Boah, ist das lange her, aber jetzt schon. So.
Even though most of the academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I'm still a bit worried that the Matra might give her trouble. I need to stay here to keep an eye on the situation. Kale, can you head to Sumeru City and find out why she isn't here yet?
Okay.
Does it have to be me?
I'd only assign a job this important to someone I trust. Are you not feeling well?
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered. It's just that if I'm going to see her, I think I need to mentally prepare myself first.
Okay. I know. You'll have a tough time if you go by yourself. If we could arrange for someone to accompany you...
Oh. Was bereitet euch Sorgen?
Oh, hey there!
Ah, it's been a while. What a coincidence. I was just thinking about asking you to accompany Kale to Sumeru City.
Warum gerade ich?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter concerns research banned by the academia.
Oh.
Not the sort of thing you'd shout from the rooftops.
Yeah, okay.
Also, you happen to know about this situation? There are very few people I can trust to be discreet right now. After giving it much thought, I believe you're the most suitable person for the task.
Forschung, die von der Akademie verboten wurde.
It's complicated, and this isn't the best place to talk about it. We'll fill you in on the details once she arrives.
Wer ist sie überhaupt? Was hat Faruzan?
You might have heard about her in Sumeru before.
Ja.
Her name is Faruzan, and she's a very experienced senior researcher.
Sehr erfahren?
Let's just say that a huge part of Ksharowar's mechanical research over the past 100 years have used her academic discourse and manuscripts as their foundation.
Die letzten 100 Jahre ist sie etwa kein Mensch?
She is, but she vanished for 100 years because of a certain incident. She only returned to the academia after being found in the wilderness a few years ago.
Oh boy.
Because of that, her current personality can be a bit strange, as is her attitude towards Kale.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
She doesn't have bad intentions, so you don't have to be scared.
I'll try.
Soll ich sie herbitten?
Yes, Ksharovar and Spontamod researchers are often quite prejudiced, so I can't trust them with this matter. However, Faruzan isn't influenced by modern thinking. In our previous correspondence through letters, she indicated that she'd be willing to help.
Okay.
It's already past our arranged meeting time, but she still hasn't shown up.
Vielleicht hat die Akademie etwas bemerkt.
I don't think so. With her personality, it's more likely that she got wrapped up in some sort of trouble.
Könnte sein.
Anyway, can you go with Kale to the academia and check on Faruzan for me?
Mach ich doch gern.
Thank goodness. I was so anxious.
I'm counting on you too. Kale, don't push yourself too hard. Just go there and see what's going on. Our task is important, but not that urgent. If Faruzan really is in some trouble, come back and tell me about it. We can always reschedule our meeting. After all, if she's distracted by other things, it'll affect her ability to help us.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Dann machen wir uns mal auf die Suche nach ihr. Und wie ihr auch merkt, ich sag inzwischen alles, was da rechts steht, also was der Charakter sieht. Sagt dann, ich habe Feedback bekommen, gesagt bekommen eben, dass ich eben soll das machen, weil sonst immer so.
Sorry,
Ja.
what did you
Oh.
say? Oh, could you repeat yourself? As you know, I'm sure, hearing goes with age.
Faruzan, I said that you need to give us an answer.
Ah, yes. And did you forget to add madam when you addressed me earlier?
Your hearing is perfectly fine. Madam Faruzan, we don't want to make things difficult for you. However, you haven't been teaching courses or supervising theses these past few years. Isn't this rather problematic as an advisor? Never mind the students, even other advisors are starting to complain.
And who, if I may ask, complained? If they have any issue with me, tell them to talk to me themselves rather than waste any of your time. You don't have to tell me anything. I very well know that it's those people from Haravatat. How I wish they'd put their time into doing proper research instead.
But Madam Faruzan, it has been a long while since you last made any practical academic contribution yourself.
Academic contribution cannot simply be divided between the tangible and the intangible. The issue here, I believe, is that the reviewer doesn't understand the very nature of knowledge itself. In any case, it makes no sense to use a metric like this to evaluate a mentor. Which sage set this rule anyway? I should write a letter of complaint right this instant.
Wait! Madam Faruzan, please let me finish.
That's her, all right. But the person with her doesn't look like a Matra.
Sie ist so jung.
Shh! She hates it when people call her young! Her body apparently stopped aging during the year she was gone. So that's why she looks the same as she did 100 years ago.
100 Jahre verschwunden.
Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Let's go!
Anyway, Akara Crafts and the leader of Kasharawar would like to invite you to collaborate on this project. They're wondering if you'd be interested. Madam Faruzan? Are you listening?
Mm-hmm. Ah, Kale! Why are you here at the academia? Are you feeling better now? I'm much better, Madam Faruzan. It's all thanks to the Traveler and the Dendro Archon. Have you been sleeping well? You seem to be developing some eye bags. Is that brat Tainari forcing you to stay up late again? No, it's because I'm a slow learner. It's not Master's fault. It's good to be hardworking, but you need to take care of your health. I'll have to give Tainari a right talking to when I see him. I'll also prepare some health supplements for you. There's really no need. Ah, and is the person beside you the legendary Traveler?
Es freut mich, dich kennenzulernen, Frau Faruzan.
Oh, I've heard much about you before. In fact, I've been meaning to meet you for a while now. It is thanks to you, after all, that the academia is finally getting back on its feet. Even Kali's illness is...
Ahem. Madam Faruzan, I believe we were still discussing the collaboration with Akara Crafts.
I'd wager it's those Kasharawar Dunderheads finding excuses so that I'd go to their darshan. Say no more. I have no plans to change my field of research.
Okay.
If you're this unwilling to participate in the collaborative project, you can also consider teaching a class. It might be difficult to teach a course with topics that only fall within Haravatat's subjects, but we can't delay this anymore. You need to give an answer. You can teach a course or participate in a collaborative project. If you don't do either, it'll be hard for me to persuade the advisors and students who have been complaining.
Es geht wohl um einen internen Disput und die
Could
Aufgabenverteilung.
you not give me a few more days to consider? This matter has been delayed for so long already.
That's precisely the issue. If you don't give an answer today, I fear that someone will soon escalate their complaints to the sages.
What a waste of free time these folks are. Now you two are here at Tainari's behest, I take it. I'm sorry, but given the current situation, it looks like I'll have to come over some other day.
Cola will wohl etwas sagen. Lass mich kurz mit Cola sprechen.
Of course. I shall need some time to think as well.
Okay, dann reden wir kurz mit Cola.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush. But I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now.
Oh, ja, okay, dann.
I feel for Madame Faruzan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do?
Gute Frage. Wir sollten jetzt zuerst helfen, ihr Problem zu lösen. Wir sollten jetzt zuerst helfen, die Situation zu bedeuten. Okay. Das sind auf jeden Fall zwei Endings. Ich würde mal sagen, wir machen dafür das hier als erstes.
Yeah, that would be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with.
Okay.
But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons.
Ich werde bleiben, Frau Faruzan helfen.
Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly, and then she can go see Master.
Yep.
So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary. Okay
Lass mich
then.
auf, verdammt. Jetzt hab ich
I'm
vergessen zu
counting
lesen.
on you.
So. Okay.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
We're back, Madame Faruzan. The Traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. You were the one who taught Azar a lesson after all. That said, will I be troubling you?
Ich bin ein Meisterin im Problemlösen.
Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that Kasharawar is proposing? Honestly, I don't want to choose either of them.
Oh boy, hier auch wieder eine Spaltung. Über den neuen Kurs für die Redelehre
You
daneben.
might have heard of it before. Haravatat is an academic faction that researches languages and runes. 100 years ago, Madame Faruzan was a researcher from that darshan.
No, not was. Still am.
Yes, of course. But current Haravatat students can't really... understand her direction of research. So even if she opened a course, chances are that no one would attend.
Forschungsgebiet?
In summary, I mean to interpret the configurations and solutions of ruin mechanisms via the deciphering of on-site stone carvings and unearthed documents. It'll include research into general documents dealing with such ancient machines.
The research method is supported by Haravatat, yes, but the content deals heavily with both ruins and mechanisms. This will make it difficult for students of this darshan because they don't understand much about mechanisms. Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins left nowadays, and Kasharawar researchers have been developing their own theories on mechanisms. As such, they don't need to rely on ancient documents.
Eine sterbende Disziplin.
They're far too complacent. Ancient mechanisms are more dangerous and complex than one might imagine. I'm telling you, things weren't like this 100 years ago. All researchers back then were interested in exploring knowledge from a variety of topics. They also gave more respect to unknown mechanisms. Nowadays, all people are interested in are mainstream subjects in popular research. Even if they attended my course, I wouldn't be interested in teaching them. Also, the people here think that my research is outdated and unrealistic, so they keep cutting my funding. Why, I think they could all stand to learn from Kale. She's a hard-working child and respects her elders.
Huh? Why me?
Ah, if only those who came to my lectures were more like you. Speaking of which, are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to Gandharvaville anymore, right?
I just remembered that I have a lot of studying to do. I need to head back and find Master.
Warte noch, ich habe eine Idee. Cola muss lesen und schreiben lernen und Frau Faruzan muss einen neuen Kurs öffnen.
Are you telling me to start a reading course for Kale?
Wait. Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it. This means that Kale isn't technically a student.
Kann es sicher auch als öffentlicher Kurs sein?
No, she's right. The old academia became consumed by their arrogance precisely because they ignored the public. There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning but cannot study due to various reasons. The old academia paid no heed to them. But if I start a reading course for Kale as a pilot, perhaps this shall come to benefit many more people in the future.
I'll need to go back and ask if this is in accordance with regulations.
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. I'll come with you. If there's any arguments to be had, we shall sweep them aside together.
Okay.
Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia. I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay.
Wait! Let's catch up with her.
Okay. Faruzan ist eine interessante Person und ich liebe es, dass die Dings Faruzan nicht so ist, wie ich gedacht hätte. Ich hatte jetzt gedacht, also Faruzan ist natürlich ein bisschen hochnäsig und alles so und eben halt altmodisch auf modern trifft sozusagen zu, aber ich liebe einfach das Dings, zu Cola ist sie so super lieb und vorsorglich und ich dachte, sie würde Cola einfach nicht leiden können, aber es ist halt komplette Gegenteil. Viel zu gut.
I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. She's really headstrong. Oh, how did things turn out like this?
Scheint's Angst vor Faruzan zu haben.
No, not really. Madame Faruzan is a brilliant scholar. Even Master thinks so. If she's really going to teach me how to read, it'll definitely be much better than me bashing my head against the wall.
Ja, okay.
It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. I don't know how to handle that.
Ganz anders als zu den anderen Gelehrten.
Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student? It's just like that researcher said. The academia has completely changed during the 100 years that Faruzan was gone.
Ja.
I don't really get it. But it does seem like Haravitat's students aren't optimistic about the prospects of doing research with her. Students who are interested in mechanisms and applications of the elements generally enroll in Kasharawar and Spontamod. Madame Faruzan also refuses to accept random students just to make up numbers. She still hasn't found a student she likes.
Also
Even after all this time back.
Also eine Mentorin oder Studenten?
But she seems to like my attitude toward learning, so she often asks me if I'm willing to become her student.
Huh.
It's because I'm a slow learner that I have no choice but to stay up late and study. Whenever she compliments me, I feel really guilty.
Weil sie dich zu ihrer Studentin machen will?
It's not that. Madame Faruzan respects my choices. She hasn't been trying to persuade me, especially since she knows I need to rest and recuperate. She sometimes brings food to Gandharvaville for me, and each time she says that Master can't find out.
Klingt nach Großmutter und Enkel, ja, hab ich auch gedacht.
Now that you mention it, it does feel a bit like that. Do I really look that young?
Naja, nicht jung,
Kale,
aber...
Traveler, thank you for waiting. The issue has been resolved.
Das ging schnell.
I argued with the higher-ups and convinced them of the practicality and necessity of educating the general public. If I'm not mistaken, they're the students of my classmates' students. They're a lot less forceful than their predecessors, though. I'd say they caved rather quickly.
Oh.
Amazing.
Also überzeugt.
It's just that we need to fill in every single page of the application. It's been a century, but the academia is as picky as ever. Let's see now. What do we need to fill in? Course name, learning objectives, teaching methods, course materials. I suppose we can fill in the course name last.
Ist das Lernen, den Menschen Vokabeln beizubringen?
That's a bit too general, I'd say. After all, this class's target audience isn't toddlers or children, but rather people who already know the basics of reading. As such, we'll need a more specific learning objective. How about proficiency in reading and writing?
That's true. If we use children's teaching materials, we'll only end up wasting a lot of time on things that students would already know.
And you have your job as a forest ranger, Kale. People who attend this course in the future are also likely to have life commitments. We need more effective teaching methods.
Wie lernt Konaibo normalerweise Vokabeln?
Master always tells me that practice is the best way to learn. That's why I often ask him to help me find simple books to read.
It must have been difficult to get books in Sumeru in recent years, no? Tainari really went the extra mile for you. Expanding literacy is a capital notion. Now that the academia is easing restrictions on the circulation of books, There should be more people who have become interested in reading. It's a great time to conduct this course.
Damit hätten wir die Lehrmethode.
So that's next on the list. I fear that I'm at a loss as to which books youngsters like nowadays. Would The Legend of Antara be too old of a story?
Wie lange macht diese Geschichte schon die Runde?
Fair. Kale, what have you been reading lately?
Me? I've been reading light novels from Inazuma.
Oh,
I heard that ever since we were allowed to sell books in Sumeru again, some people set up stalls at Treasure Street to sell light novels. I've been meaning to go there and check it out.
Light novels? This is my first time hearing about such a thing, but I doubt I will procure suitable teaching materials from the House of Dana. Treasure Street it is.
Wait for us, Madame Faruzan!
okay.